What's the one thing that makes brands like Fenty Beauty, Olaplex, and Dyson stand out? They all have a hero product, an undeniable star that drives their success. And today, we're diving into why having a hero product is a game changer for your brand, especially in the early stages. As of the published date of this episode, I am an associate of Ulta Beauty. The ideas and thoughts represented here are my own and not that of my employer. Welcome to the Scaling Emerging Beauty Podcast, a show that provides actionable insights for early stage emerging beauty brands looking to scale at retail. I'm the host, Monique Benoit. I'm a former retail buyer, and I've spent years working with beauty brands and retailers to help products hit the shelves at major stores. For today's solo episode, I'm going to talk about a hero product. I'll talk about how a hero product builds real fans, simplifies inventory, we love to hear it, and streamlines marketing to lay the foundation for scalable growth. A big part of building a brand is about how you feel about the brand. It's about the emotional connection. And let's face it, a hero product can become a brand's love mark, creating deep emotional ties with customers and your brand. Think of Olaplex number 3. It didn't just fix hair, it built trust and loyalty. I mean, some beauty products have cult-like followings. Think about how fans of a hero product often become immediate brand advocates. They're going to share, they're going to review, they're going to sing the brand's praises to the highest hilltops. They're going to be talking about the product. And this is something that is super critical to early stage brands. When you can get that kind of investment in your brand, that kind of loyalty, you are off to a fantastic start, okay? Another thing that can help with having a hero product like this is brand recognition. A hero product can really position your brand in the market and make it instantly recognizable, to the point where folks will start talking about certain things. I think of a brand like K18 and the complex that they were able to develop, and how that complex is synonymous with K18. Because the consumer knows K18 came with a technology that helped repair bonds. Now, don't quote me on this because they're not paying me, but that K18 uniqueness, that is something that the consumer knows very, very well. So you can see how that hero product, or in this case, that specific hero ingredient, became synonymous with the brand's recognition. Making it that hook that really draws people in and has them continuously coming back for more. The other nice thing about a hero product is that it can really reduce the complexity of all of the things that make scaling a brand a real challenge. So having a hero product that does the bulk of your sales reduces the complexity in sourcing, manufacturing, and warehousing. It allows you to prioritize your resources to perfect this one standout item versus juggling a large portfolio. And that can be critical when you are a new brand still figuring out how to balance that one hero product. Am I right? There are also benefits to your finances, as focusing on one product can improve your cash flow and reduce your debt stock. Instead of spreading yourself thin across 10 or 40 SKUs, you're investing in one proven winner. I remember when Honey Pot Company launched at Target. I was their buyer, so I'm fairly familiar with that brand story. They had 4 SKUs: a sensitive wash, a sensitive wipe, a normal wash, and a normal wipe. And I'm telling you, it's really easy to tell a compelling story when you focus on one incredible product rather than spreading your attention across many products. Another example, when Fenty Beauty launched its hero product, that Pro Filt'r foundation, they emphasized inclusivity with 40 shades. Do you guys remember that? The standout story was all about these 40 shades, and that was everything that everyone was talking about. If you were a beauty fanatic, if you were a retailer, it was just impressive that they came out with a foundation out the gates with that many options. And this was something that they were able to back. Whenever you heard about Fenty Pro Filt'r, you knew the influencers, the big fans, PR, the brand itself, the shade inclusive range was something that they were talking about. It was synonymous. It was on the tip of your tongue. And this type of narrow focus on a single hero product or an idea that ties into your brand values, it can allow you to focus your ad dollars on a single campaign or a single idea that then again draws that consumer back to your brand, which can lead to a higher ROI. Once you've built trust with that hero product, customers are also more likely to try your next product. Drunk Elephant launched with a handful of products, but two standouts come to mind. The Juju Bar, which has a cult following, like many of the products that I've mentioned in today's video, and also the Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil. Now, talking about hero products and talking about how amazing they are, I do want to mention it is important to refine and evolve your hero product based on consumer feedback to stay relevant. Your hero product doesn't have to stay static. It can grow with your brand. Now, one idea that comes to mind on how to not evolve your hero product maybe is how Glossier changed the formulation on their balm.com. Now, as a true millennial, I'm someone who was a huge fan of Glossier. I mean, still am. I love their fragrance, but I digress. Saying that to say, when Glossier changed the formula on their top selling balm.com, there was an outrage. So much so that they actually brought back the original formula to make sure that they were still appealing to what the consumer wanted. So, as I shared, go ahead and evolve that hero product so that it's not static, but make sure you're really listening to feedback from those consumers. Don't just change it because it's going to be more cost effective, even though that is important, or because you think it's something that might be better. Always listen to the consumer and take feedback based on what they're saying. So, recapping everything about this hero product. A hero product isn't just a bestseller. It can be the heartbeat of your brand. It can be something that creates real fans for your brand. It can simplify your operations, and it can also give you a clear, compelling message to share with the world. Now, when you're thinking about scaling to retail, I will say that certain retailers want you to have more than just a single hero product, but there are other retailers that love the idea of a hero product, and they will absolutely launch you with one product in a category that'll just crush it out the gates. So keep those things in mind as you look to continue to build your brand and consider building the foundation of your brand on a single hero product. Now, if you haven't found your hero product yet, don't fret. Focus on creating something exceptional because that right product can change everything. That's the end of today's episode. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you being here. I'd like to encourage you to leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify Podcasts if you found today's episode helpful. And if you're watching me on YouTube, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss an episode. As always, thank you for listening. Share this with a friend or colleague if you found this helpful, and I'll catch you on the next episode. Bye. Final solo episode that I'm recording today, and it's about talking about a hero product. Hero product. All right, here we go.